It is an absolutely beautiful evening at Kansas Speedway. NASCAR Camping World Truck Series, 250 miles of fun. It is going to be a great evening tonight, that's for sure. Along with Michael Waltrip and Phil Parsons, I'm Vince Welch. Glad to have you with us. We're excited about it. It's been a while. It's been a month since we've raced, and those in the Camping World Truck Series garage are thrilled to be back at it, and so are we.
Let's hop on board the 19 truck. That's Daniel Hemric. He's driving Brad Keselowski Racing's Ford, and we got the Ford Power Motorsports on board with Tyler. With Daniel. Watch for him to charge to the front.
I like that view from that camera right there.
I love that. It makes me want to be in there with him.
There is a chase in the Truck Series this year that will determine our champion at the end of the season. So winning today, if you are a championship eligible driver, you secure your spot in all likelihood into the chase and have an opportunity, over the course of those final 7 races to run for a championship.
Look at some of the big names that aren't in the chase. You got Matt Crafton back there. Cole Custer finds himself on the outside looking in. Christopher Bell. So many talented drivers and so many great trucks. They're going to have to turn it on, and it's got to start right here.
167 laps here at Kansas Speedway. John West Townley on the inside and William Byron on the outside. The green flag is waving, and we are racing at Kansas.
Great break by John West Townley, but a good push on the outside by William Byron. Look, they're going to be 3 wide when we get to 1.
Tyler Reddick making it 3 wide and going for the lead.
John West is going to fight back in the middle.
He's not giving up on the middle. What about that lay-in rush off turn 2, 3 wide?
It's 167 laps. Didn't you say that?
Have we reminded these boys of that?
Tyler Reddick surges to the front. What a great move, making it 3 wide at the drop of the green, going into 1, and he's going to lead the first lap here at Kansas.
Got teammates from KVM right now side by side. The 4, Christopher Bell, the 9 of William Byron, in a battle for 3rd.
And back in the field, there's still 3 wide. You can see way on the outside, that's Custer. On the bottom of that bright orange and green truck, that's Daniel Hemric, and the caution's out.
This truck is off. Tyler Reddick on the inside will lead them to green with John West Townley on the outside. Back racing at Kansas.
So far for Tyler Reddick, the night has gone quite a bit different than it did last year. Remember, he crashed in qualifying last year, winter backup truck, and as you talked about it, Michael, almost won the race, was leading within 2 or 3 laps to go.
Now just remember, this is when the trucks are driving the worst. When they're all stacked together like that, they want to be loose. The front ends won't turn. They just don't handle properly, and that's when everybody's running the closest. We are not out of the woods of getting another caution here early.
And the compound, that most of the practice for these guys was done during the day, and the conditions change. We've had a lot of Cup practice as well as Truck Series qualifying, Cup qualifying, as we have a great battle for the lead here.
And there's Daniel Hemric just lurking there in that 3rd spot, waiting for an opportunity to possibly take advantage and move to the front.
And when those trucks are down on the inside, that's when they're most vulnerable to get loose, because they lean on the air in the corner, and he doesn't have any air to lean on because the other truck takes it away. That's a really difficult line for Hemric to run down there, but he's doing a great job.
John West Townley easing ahead to lead that lap. Reddick is right there with him. Some great racing back in the pack.
Cody Coughlin's in that mix.
Ryan Truex, the 81 truck.
Cut down so close. Tommy Joe Martins was right there, and Coughlin just took that lane away. Luckily, we didn't have a crash that time.
Bobby Pierce says 63 truck's going to make it 3 wide.
And John Hunter Nemechek has now moved up into the 3rd spot. There's Hemric in the bright orange and green with Christopher Bell on the outside of the 4.
Keep moving around, keep trying to find something. This is the time of the race to try to find that in order to get ready to be good for the end, in order to pass these guys. You're faster than him in front of you. Just figure it out.
Yeah, some good direction that time.
Sounded like Kyle Busch.
Yeah, team owner Kyle Busch.
And man, it's just such a slippery slope when you dive down on the inside of another truck. If you don't clear him, then you really take the chance of spinning that truck sideways like we saw Bell do.
We saw Hemric get by Bell. That was for Hemric taking a look inside of Townley.
He's going to make the move. Looks like you said, Phil, John West has got a good short run truck, but it's starting to fade now. Hemric and Byron both sizing him up and is going to take spots away from him.
Got to believe some crew chiefs are going to look forward to an opportunity to tweak on their trucks a little bit here during this pit stop, as on the right-hand side, Johnny Sauter, who started deep in the field, has worked himself up to 10th place.
What a great move early on. We've been continually watching the 10-lap averages, and Johnny Sauter's consistently fast.
For just the third time, the caution clock comes into play. It came into play twice. Listen and watch as the crews go to work. Tyler Reddick, the leader, bringing him to pit road. Tyler Reddick first off pit road. How about the 8 picking up 6 spots on that stop? Well done from the 8 John Hunter Nemechek's crew. The 13 of Cameron Haley, he stayed out. We'll reset the field. Get ready for a restart when we return. A productive one for John Hunter Nemechek. He picked up 6 spots, but it was a struggle for the 19 of Daniel Hemric. What happens here?
A couple of things. He overshoots his pit. He's in too hot. You can see he gets on his brakes and slides through. And right there, Phil, Daniel should have turned the wheel back to the left, because watch the right front changer.
Caitlin, what happened there?
Well, it looked like they had trouble getting that right front tire out. Daniel Hemric also telling his team he's losing the nose of his truck into turn 3, so issues for them on pit road. Now for Tyler Reddick, the race leader, he told his team he was loose in traffic. They could get that truck a little bit tighter, but he said other than that, it drives really good. So they did a half a pound in the right rear, 4 tires and tape for the 29. Daniel
Hemric came in 3rd, exited 11th.
And Hemric will have struggles now with that truck back in traffic.
10 away. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right there, perfect. Left, little left turn. More left turn. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. All the way to the grass here. 3,900, 3,900. Don't make it up. What was the deal with the right front? Still wouldn't come out? They're working on it here, Stimmy. I was talking to them. When you came in, I think we needed a little more left front turn initially, and then as you kept turning, I think it actually made it tick worse. But definitely, I guess with what we got going on, maybe it's a little too aggressive, and we're just going to have to dial some rear brake and try to come in a little more gently. I noticed kind of looked up, but maybe it wasn't.
The restart. Tyler Reddick and Ben Rhodes out front.
Rhodes paces him side by side down in the corner. We saw Reddick get the jump on the earlier starts. He's not able to do that. And now with Rhodes right up on his outside, it's going to be hard for Reddick to hang onto that truck. It'll want to get loose. We've seen it already.
Johnny Sauter and William Byron right behind him. That's Sauter on the outside in row 2, Byron on the inside.
And Johnny Sauter stuck up on the outside of him, and Daniel Hemric, who could make a run and make it 3 wide down into turn 1. He's going to have to nail this restart.
I think what some of these guys think is the fact that we can go, if with caution clock runs out in 20 minutes, that they will be able to go the 55 laps they need to with all the caution laps we've had. So they feel like, why come in now? Let's keep the track position.
Look at those eyes. Look at those eyes. He's looking in the mirror, trying to make sure nobody gets a jump on him. That's a great view from Hemric's truck as he tries to nail this start.
There he goes from 3rd.
Hemric just the way his teammate Tyler Reddick did at the start of the race. Hemric trying the same move, not going to take him to the lead, but he's going to gain a spot or 2.
How about Boyer going to make it 4 wide on the inside of Hemric in the 24 truck?
Remember what happened last time we were 4 wide? We had a spin. These trucks are really hard to handle right now, and these drivers are being really aggressive. Boyer all the way from 16th starting position into the top 5.
There's Boyer in that 24, the 00 of Cole Custer, and then on the inside is Daniel Hemric.
Man, that's so tight.
So Clint Boyer sits third, Ben Rhodes second, Johnny Sauter first. Those three stayed out. For the most part, all those that had not come in on the previous yellow did come in and get gas this time, but Sauter, Rhodes, and Boyer, they did not.
Yeah, I'm getting a little bit worried now. They pitted on lap number 45, and they, you know, if we add 38 laps to the 68 we've already completed, then we're at 106. Then that means they would have to run 60 laps. I know we've had a lot of caution laps, but that's stretching it. These things can run about 50 laps without the help of cautions.
Let's get ready to go back racing here at Kansas. Christopher Bell, the leader on the outside.
And put Matt Tifft right back into the mix. He's driven all the way up to the second spot. We saw him on pit road prior to the first caution of the night. And look at this three-wide battle. Tifft strong on the bottom.
Matt Crafton, the winner last year, going around the outside.
Remember, Matt Crafton started all the way back in 13th. Had a great truck in practice. He's showing it right now.
That's the story here. Matt Crafton from 13th to the lead. And then you got Gallagher and Tifft. Both look like they could be out of this baby. They're in contention. Oh, 4 wide.
That's not going to work. Contact, accident.
Yeah, Jordan Anderson's going to get the worst of that.
Mike Bliss in that in the 71.
Look at Brandon Brown.
Amazing job. Johnny Sauter also getting through there.
Holy cow, what a race. This reminds me of Talladega. And then the boys settled in for a little while. We ran off a 20-minute run. We got our caution clock, and then things start going crazy.
See the 66 of Jordan Anderson. That's over in turn 3 and 4. That's not the incident that brought us under caution. Daniel Hemric does a great job saving that truck after that contact from Jordan Anderson. This is not when we get down into turn number 1.
I think right there, that blue Anderson's right
on the outside. Gallagher on the inside. Back racing at Kansas.
Remember, Gallagher was loose on entry. He spun out getting into turn 3. Down on the bottom will be even worse. Look at the big push William Byron gives to Matt Crafton. They clear Gallagher.
Spencer fighting back on the inside. He's dead even now with William Byron. That's Cameron Haley, the 13 truck right behind him. There's Reddick in the 29, Hemric in the 19, teammates.
Man, I love the young Canadian Haley. He does such a great job on every track we go to. Finds himself racing up inside the top 10 here. To the outside goes Christopher Bell, our winner at Eldora last year on the dirt, showing that he can get it done on any type of racetrack.
Crafton in the lead, William Byron chasing.
Oh, Bell. I thought he was going to get in the wall there.
I'm thinking
Clock is under 30 seconds, so the yellow is about to come out.
Yeah, that
put the yellow out. The caution clock. Second time tonight. Track did not.
Truex got it refired, though. He will make his way back to the racetrack.
You can see all these trucks that will start to run around the apron of the racetrack. Truex back to the racetrack, but everybody will be on the apron trying to make sure they pick up every drop of fuel they can. Some guys won't be able to make it, I'm afraid.
You mentioned Cameron Haley. He last pitted on lap number 55.
Not to win. Haley stretched it 1 lap too far.
And we're still closed as of now because of the wrecker pushing Cameron Haley to his pit stall.
We got to get this pit road open this time. They didn't open it.
Bobby Pierce.
Look at all the trucks now on the apron of the racetrack.
Man, you got it. There's another truck out of fuel. That's over in turn 3. You've got it.
Going to come around, have to come around the 00
and the 63 and a wrecker.
Unbelievable.
Well, for the 29 truck of Tyler Reddick at the top of your screen, he said, I am loose everywhere. It doesn't matter where on the racetrack. So they're going to try and tighten him up, give him 4 tires fuel and 3 rounds down on the track bar. Looking at Timothy Peters in that 17 truck in the middle of your screen, he says a little tight down low, but good up top as far as balance goes. 4 tires and fuel and air pressure adjustment. Hermie.
The road's open here, 3,900. Be smooth here. Be smooth. Watch that 60. 10 away, look left. You got one going by your pits. Get left, get left, get left. 5, 3, 2, 1, right? go. Shit. All the way to the grass. At least we get to pass the 23 again. 3,900.
As well, finishing the left side, the 88 slow on the 9. The 88 wins the race off pit road.
That's what you want from your team, isn't it? Matt Crafton put himself in a dominant position. His team.
We know how aggressive Johnny Sauter can be. He's in that 3rd spot. Keep an eye on him on this restart.
Clint Boyer's back in 10th. We saw him make some aggressive moves. And here's Daniel Hemric. Just look at the intensity in his eyes. He knows that this restart could be the difference between getting to victory lane or getting in another wreck.
40 to go. They're coming to the line to restart this race. Matt Crafton on the outside, Timothy Peters on the inside. Pull those belts tight. It's going to be fun to the finish. Back green at Kansas.
There goes Ben Rhodes to the apron inside of Sauter.
Peters really had to protect that inside line. Everybody looking to make it 3 wide and make the inside path work for him, but Peters holds him off. Crafton still working the top.
Phil, these guys just know they can't let off. If they get the least sight of clear track, they're going to stick their nose in it. And look at Hemric. He's into the side of Brandon Brown, and that knocks Spencer Gallagher into the outside wall.
Gallagher with some contact. By the way, the restart is
damage. Hold your line up high here.
the restart is under review, so we'll keep an eye. But Crafton, the leader, on the outside. Timothy Peters on the inside, getting to the restart zone. There you see it, and there they go, back racing at Kansas.
Boy, dead even that time, wasn't it?
Yeah, you got to give the advantage maybe to Peters because he's got a shorter way to run. A big draft from behind with William Byron right on his bumper.
Peters to the lead. Can he make it stick? Yes. Crafton slips in second. Now Crafton trying to get the run. Peters blocks him on the outside, opens the door on the inside.
Oh!
For Ben Rhodes, tried it, didn't make it.
I can't believe they saved those trucks, and now Peters hits Crafton.
Huge save for Crafton.
Look how far back Matt Crafton's going. Look at Christopher Bell sideways in the grass.
Unbelievable. And William Byron is in the lead, on board with Daniel Hemric.
Saw Sauter get really loose in that 21 truck.
Yeah, Peters hit him as well. But it looks like he's going to get the best of him. Rhodes sideways down on the bottom. Completes the pass.
On board with Daniel Hemric. He's looking inside of Rhodes as well.
Wants to take advantage of that momentum lost by Ben Rhodes.
Look at him work that wheel inside that truck. Battling every inch of the way.
Less than 20 laps to go here at Kansas. The 19 of Daniel Hemric.
Watch him.
You see him look up at the mirror there to see if he cleared Ben Rhodes.
Hemric in 6th, Rhodes in 7th.
Such a cool view. Checking his mirror. And then focusing on the turn.
The lap truck of Timothy Hill on the outside. He's 6 laps early in this race. He's
look how sideways he was.
He had to make a big save there.
How about that right rear tire? It was smoking off turn 4.
15 laps to go at Kansas. Hemric inside of Johnny Sauter.
What a great move by Daniel Hemric. Johnny Sauter jumped on Tyler Reddick because of that momentum lost, and Daniel
Byron's life, and he's got Christopher Bell right on his inside. What will go down here?
William Byron on the outside, Christopher Bell on the inside. The restart at Kansas. Sauter.
Outside.
Sauter going to the bottom.
Your marks up top here now.
Johnny Sauter.
The bottom. Top still clear. 3.
Johnny Sauter to the lead.
William Byron strong around the outside. Can he make a run late?
We
They
got to the
made
line.
it to the restart line, the overtime line, with a clean restart. Crafton trying to make a move.
What about Matt Crafton? He's into the top 5.
Ben Rhodes in 2nd. The white flag waves at Kansas with Johnny Sauter in the lead. William Byron has slipped back to 3rd, but can he make a run in the final lap?
This thing isn't over. These guys are bearing down on Sauter.
Johnny Sauter had to go to the back of the field after an unapproved adjustment in qualifying, and now he's charged to the
Oh, and
front
Ben
once
Rhodes
again.
hits him.
Rhodes takes him out.
And here comes Byron.
William Byron Caution is out, and William Byron is in front and will win at Kansas.